Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Hot Seats with Penzola. I have Priscilla today as one of my guests, and Priscilla is training currently to be a natural hair care specialist. And today we're talking about hair. We want to unpack and understand hair is a thing. Thank you so much, Priscilla, for joining me on the show today. And we're talking about hair. Tell me about when you were growing up. What was your idea and your thoughts about your natural hair? Take me through the idea of natural hair as a child. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me, Penny. As a child, natural hair did not have any space in my mind or anywhere in my life.
Yeah.
It's just a recent thing that I started, having my hair this way naturally. I grew up when the school that I went to as a child, we were required to keep our hair very short.
Okay.
A comb was not even supposed to go out of your hair. That was the way of keeping us neat and tidy.
So cut your hair and that's
it. And I remember, I would look forward to holidays, school holidays, particularly the December holidays.
Because you let your hair grow a little bit.
Yeah, my hair could grow a little bit, and I was looking more forward to having an S-curl.
Yes.
And that's because people around me, they did not. I don't have a memory of anyone that had natural hair. Kept their hair naturally without having relaxed or chemically treated.
Yes.
My mom had perm, my aunts, people and everyone had chemical in their hair. You look on TV, people had perm. The relaxer was not even there at that time.
Yes,
that was
my
age,
curl,
right?
Yeah, of course.
So that was it. So it's nothing that I ever aspired to because I didn't see it anyway.
Correct,
so it's not something that I could have said, I want to keep my hair that way. I didn't see it anyway. Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I think growing up as a child, natural hair was a thing. It wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't, it was very high maintenance. It just wasn't attractive.
Yeah.
And like as you say, you never saw it anyway.
Yeah.
It was not in your mind. And I think, why do you think that there was that perception that it's not good enough? It has to be stretched.
Yeah.
You can't just keep it the way that it is.
Yeah.
It's tough to comb as well.
Yeah.
Why do you think that it's got such a bad a perception or negative connotation to it? Certainly it was our own hair. Why was it not good enough?
Yeah. And like you're saying, it's, everyone who has kept their hair in naturally without treating it chemically, they understand the frustrations of keeping it that way because our hair is hard, it shrinks, it's not easy to manage. That's the reality of it. So if you don't really know what to do or how to handle it correctly, and then it becomes an irritation. And, we've had comments where I remember when I started growing my hair naturally, I had to be brave because, wherever you go, people will just give you comments like, are you sure you want to keep your hair like that? Oh, you're so brave to keep your hair like that and such things. And then you hear even, hateful comments like, people look like they haven't bathed or something.
Yeah,
especially that, I remember there's someone who actually came to me and said, no, you can't keep your hair like that. You must go back to your weaves and everything because that's what I used to do.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that I was never offended when those comments came because
I kept true to the decision
that I had made because when I finally decided to keep my hair at that point in time, I'm glad I was not the first person that had to do that because I had already started seeing it.
Correct.
And I thank God for people who were brave enough to say, what, even though it's not, we're doing this thing, even though it's not a norm.
It's not the norm.
It's not the norm. People expect you to have long hair, to have bouncy hair. Your fingers must go through your hair easily. And it must be easily managed. All these things that we crying about. Those who were brave enough to say, I'm gonna keep my hair as it is naturally. And no matter how people may give me negative comments about it, I'm just gonna do that because here we are. You look at today, so many people are going the natural route.
Correct.
And I was one of those who came at the latest stage. So that even when those negative comments came, it doesn't bother me at all. Like,
okay, cool.
I'm doing this. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I obviously said to you, your hair looks beautiful, and I think one of the things which you've touched on, I wanted to ask is, how easy is it to maintain this? Because you're saying, hey, you know what, are you sure you want to keep this? It's a lot of work. How painfully laborious is it? Is it quick? Is it easy? What sort of products do we have today that can help us keep the hair like this?
It's very easy if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, it's a frustration. Because we have a lot of YouTube videos and people are talking more about it. So there's quite a lot of reference.
So there's help.
There's help out there. So that makes life much easier. So you kind of know. But then even with those, there are some that are, you look at it, it's easy to do. And when you try to do it yourself, it's not as easy as it looks.
Because, I mean,
or the
watching a video and actually doing it,
it's a totally different story. So for me, what's making it easy is I found the right products for my hair that works perfectly for my hair. And I think that's key. And people who know about natural hair, they know the main thing, the key thing is the liquid, your cream and oil method. That's key. Your hair needs to be hydrated. Your hair needs to be properly moisturized. If your hair is not hydrated, it's not properly moisturized, and then it's not easy for you to handle. So if you know what to do, how to avoid all these things that are making our hair to be so hard and look like you haven't bathed, like the comments that we've had, it makes it easy, and you don't really it's actually about people's preferences, where you can twist out your hair every day and then stretch it out a little bit, or you can keep it like I have done. What I have is called the wash and go. This is very easy for me because moisture is locked in, my hair is safe. This is the perfect way for me to keep it safe, healthy, and no fuss about it at all.
It's like an everyday thing.
It's not an everyday
the wash and go, the moisturizing,
this is hence
on a daily basis what happens.
Hence I'm saying this is the easiest because I do it once a week, and then I can keep it like this for 7, or I can even longer if I want to. And the only thing that I do in the morning is just to spray water. So that's it. So I just spray water and then shake it, and then for the curls to pop. So, and how it's safe that way because my hair doesn't break, because I don't manipulate it a lot. I don't have to keep on stretching and twisting and combing it.
It's not hard.
No, it's not, because the moisture is there, it's locked in, and it's safe. So I just hydrate it every morning. So this is quick. I wake up in the morning, I spray water, and that's it. So, but there are many ways for us. It's not only, you don't have to keep your hair like this all the time. There are many ways. There are different styles. People are experiencing, with different hairstyles that you can do to keep your hair beautiful and you look, respectable, and you can have confidence walking around with your hair like that. So,
there's a question I want to ask, which I'm thinking, how the natural hair journey has evolved, from where it was not attractive and it was hard, and and what we were shown on TV, all the pretty girls in magazines, the hair was stretched. We are now in a position where we can walk around like that. More and more people, like you said, you jumped in, but there were people around that had started the journey, who were there, who were brave enough. Do you think that the freedom of keeping our own hair as it is and as natural as it is part of our identity, in terms of as an African nation coming out and being comfortable with who we are, and that would obviously link to the fact that where we were before, where we were I'm not going to say embarrassed, but not as comfortable, not confident either about our own hair, because we were made to feel like it's just So do you think there's a link there with the journey of how we've found our freedom, how we've found there's different types of freedoms that we've found over the years.
Yeah.
Do you think that the natural hair thing also forms part of that journey?
Most definitely. I think, hair, a woman's hair talks a lot about who they are.
Yeah.
I'll just say woman because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
But I think even with men also.
Yeah.
But, we becoming more confident about, being more comfortable in our own skin. We're not so much conforming to be like being more influenced by the Western culture.
That's it.
Like we've always been.
Yes.
We grew up. I think we've been exposed, even with the celebrities that we see. The hair is fresh, the weaves and everything, and it looks beautiful, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But what I love is the freedom that we now have. That you can choose. You are in a position where you can choose. I'm either gonna have a weave, or I'm gonna keep my hair blown out, or or I'm just gonna keep it naturally. I don't want any chemicals. So you have that choice, and whatever choice that you make, it's good enough. As long as you are comfortable with what you are wearing, and then people can look at you and say, oh, okay, this is the person that is confident or comfortable in their own skin. And it's really talking a lot about how you look. It gives you confidence. If you are not confident about who you are or how you look, or you think that maybe my look is I need to look more like
then you don't display that confidence because it doesn't exist.
I think that is where the difference is. So
last question. Do you think that the reason we can actually do it now in terms of our hair and keeping it natural has got a lot to do with the fact that there are actual products now that help us. So where back in the day, those products were not and therefore the efforts that one needed to put in to keep the natural, even if you wanted to, you were restricted by the process of it, of actually keeping it that way. So do you think that because we have such products today, that contributes to the willingness to actually do the thing, because the effort that is required is not as hard as it was?
Most definitely. Wherever you go to any retail shop, and then you find
there's now products.
There's you choose which one you want to go to. There's one that I'm using particularly. I'm also training. Also, you mentioned.
Which one are you using?
I'm using Rutus. Okay. I was not sure if I should mention.
No, we want to know, right?
I'm using Rutus products, and I'm currently actually a distributor. I've registered and I'm selling. That's how how confident I am about the product, because I have seen what it has done for me. And so there's a choice. People have they can choose which products to use, and then because
how do we determine the right product?
We need to look at previous products that we used to have. You'll have your shampoo were filled with harmful chemicals within, and then when we put the more we keep on putting them on our hair, it damages their hair. And so in the long run, it might not be a damage that happens instantly, but then in the long run, and then you see your hair is not growing anymore, or so many problems that we are experiencing right now. It pains my heart, because especially now being selling the products as well, when I see women and the struggles that they are going through because of the wrong products and the harsh chemicals that have been put into our hair that we've been using. And the thing that we don't have to go through the pain anymore. We have products that are available. We have products that are made from natural products, from natural ingredients that are made from natural ingredients. And having that, and then that what you are putting onto your hair is actually going to nourish your hair. It's going to give your hair much healthier, because when your hair looks healthy,
understand what you're putting in. This is what you're saying. Understand the product itself, understand what goes into the product, understand the quality of the ingredients that are in the product in order for you to be able to take care of your hair.
Most definitely.
And not just like by hearsay, get this product and you just go and get it. Really spend time in understanding.
And understand exactly what is it that it's doing. And sometimes, we know oils are good.
Yeah.
And even if it's a natural oil, and then it doesn't mean that every oil that you get and then you can just put on your hair and it's okay. And I've heard a lot of people will refer, there's nothing wrong with coconut oil. A lot of coconut oil is being put into most of the products, but that cannot be your only moisturizer, for example. So you need to understand, you need understanding to say, okay, fine, I cannot just put the coconut because it doesn't moisturize my hair. And oils, most of the oils are just sealers. So before you even put in the oil, you need to put moisture into your hair that you can seal it afterwards. So, and getting proper understanding of what products that you are using, you are putting onto your hair is what matters, and then that will give you the final result of what you're looking for, and having have your hair looking the way that you want it to look.
Cool. Thank you so much, Priscilla, for joining us. Really insightful. I guess this topic today links directly to one of the episodes that we had before. We were talking about beauty. I mean, what we're saying there is, it's exactly what Priscilla just said. It's find your comfortable being. Find whatever works for you. If it's a weave, it's great. If it's natural hair, it's also great. There's really no rules around the issue of looking good. But I mean, I think for me, the natural hair was really something I wanted to create dialogue around and understand, how we've evolved and how we're now comfortable to keep our hair the way that it is, purely because we now have resources to keep it that way. But thank you so much for joining, Priscilla. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment on this particular topic. And I mean, it's been a real thing. Hit us an email on @Penzola, at hotseatwithpenzola@gmail.com. It's been a real thing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. Cheers.
Cheers.